शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So we are in Ayodhya Kanda, second Sarga. We have seen up to 17th shloka. Iti Bruvantam Mudita Pratyanandan Nripan Nripam Vrishtimantam Mahamegham Nagdanta Iva Barhinaha. So before that, yesterday in the 7th shloka, Pandurasya Atapatrasya Chayayam Jaditam Maya. So that Pandurasya Atapatrasya, I made a mistake. So that Atapatra is an umbrella only. So because I was saying, the white umbrella that these people today for temple utsavams and these some swamis on top of them, they wear and go. In that context, Prasadji asked something, whether it is that Atapatra means those, palm leaf umbrella, something like that. So in that context, I said something there. So I was thinking maybe you were asking, instead of the white, that silken umbrella, you say the palm leaf umbrella. Maybe in that, I thought you were saying that way. But later this afternoon, it struck me that perhaps you are asking me whether the word literally means that palm leaf umbrella. No, actually it doesn't mean that way. Patra there is not patra, it is atapatra. Atapatra means atapat trayate iti atapatra. Atapa means sun. So trayate, that which protects us from sun or heat, whatever, that's called atapatra. So atapatra, that is like Gayatri, Gayantam trayate iti Gayatri. And here Chhatra will come today somewhere in some shloka. So Chhatra means, so Achadya Trayate iti Chhatra. So Chhatra is also umbrella. Umbrella means that Chhatra literally means, so maybe something big, it is covering you and protecting you. So Achadya Trayate. Here Atapatra means Atapat Trayate, that which helps, that which protects you from the sun. It could be a small umbrella also, sometimes. Chhatra definitely means a big, more expansive umbrella. So I should have said this yesterday, it struck me this afternoon. So to that extent, you have to make that correction. I have to make that correction. Now, coming back to, we have finished up to 17th shloka. Coming back to 18th shloka. Snigdhonu nada sanjagne tato harsha samiritaha janoghodhushta sannado medinim kampayan niva. So these people were very happy, extremely happy on listening to Dasharatha's news. So he breaks the news that this is his plan. He wants to retire and make Rama the Yuvaraja. They are not happy because Dasharatha is retiring. They are happy because Rama is going to become the Yuvaraja, the regent. I told you, the regent. He will be the one who is now officially he will be ruling. Though the king will be Dasharatha, in Dasharatha's name, Rama will be ruling. They are all now extremely happy. Valmiki beautifully says they are happy so on this news they reacted like how a peacock would react to a rain-bearing cloud, so that it would open its wings and dance. A very beautiful sight. Some of you might have seen. I don't know whether you saw live or not. In JNU there are many peacocks. Actually, it's a nice sight to see, especially in the library. So there is one separate library for economics students apart from the central library. So in that economics library area there are many peacocks. It's a very beautiful sight. So it's beautiful to see how they spread their wings and dance, how they jump from one place to the other. Like that, when it is about to rain, how these peacocks react. This Valmiki is saying that these kings also reacted like that to the king's news. And the reaction further he is describing, Snigdhonunada Sanjagne. So Anunadaha means echoes, so for those, so the sounds, Snigdhonunadaha means some pleasing sounds. They are all very happy. Those happy expressions are being echoing there in the chamber. Sanjagne means they were Sanjagne means born, something like that. So it was reverberating there. Tato harsha samiritaha. So janoghodhushta sannadaha. So janoghodhushta sannada. That sannada again is that, that sound which is being created by that. So many people are there within the palace and outside also. So I think it has come before, or maybe it will come here later. that inside, people inside and people outside are also very happy. That is, you should imagine those days, though there was no mic or anything, maybe they had some system of making sure that the sound reaches outside also. So people within that assembly are also hearing the news, something like live telecast. People outside also are hearing the news, and at the same time everybody is very happy. The sound is as though Medinim Kampayan Iva. It is like, it's like the earth is quaking, reverberating by that sound. So let us see. Anunadaha means Samanta Krita Harshaja Vakya Pratidhvani. I told you Anunadaha means echo, Pratidhvani. So where is this Pratidhvani coming from? All those Samanta Rajas are expressing their Harsha. So out of each one is talking parallelly, so there is like so many people are talking the same thing. Everybody is talking the same thing. That's the idea. And when many people are talking, it's looking like it's echoing, the same person's voice echoing. It's going to very nicely be described, and Govindaraja is writing elaborate commentary later somewhere. Everybody is speaking the same thing. That's the idea. So Sanjagne means Sabhayam. So Sanjagne means there. It was born in that. Where? In the Sabha. Sabhayam iti Sheshaha. You have to add Sabha. Janoghanam udghushtena shabdena sans sambhavan nadaha pratidhvanihi. So this udghushtena nadena means so the very loud sound, by that very loud sound generated by the people there, people assembled outside also. So there janoghodghushta sannadaha. Sannadaha means, so like in Hindi they say sannata. So that sannata maybe came from sannada only. So that lot of noise is created out of happiness. Everybody is happy, hooray, and things like that. So people outside also. That is the Janogha. Janogha is people outside, groups of people. That's the literal meaning. Janogha. So Janoghodghushta sannadaha. So that they are also creating some noise there, and through that sound, Medinim Kampayan Niva. Harsha Samiritaha. So Harsha Samiritaha have to explain. So Harsha Samiritaha. What did they write? Pratidhvani Janakaha Harsha Samiritaha Sakala Harsha Hetuhu. Harsha Samiritaha means that sound is because of their happiness. Why are all those that so Snigdhanunadaha, where is it coming from? Because of the Harsha. So lot of noise, and then it is out of their happiness. It is being, these people are making noises. So Snigdhonunada Sanjagne Tato Harsha Samiritaha. Tataha means thereafter. After listening to Darsharatha's news, these people are out of Harsha Samiritaha Snigdhonunadaha. So that Anunada is so beautiful sound, Snigdhonunadaha, and why Harsha Samiritaha? Because of their happiness. And then Janoghodghushta Sannadaha. Then outside also people are reacting to that news. Medinim Kampayan Niva. These Sannada, these Shabda, etc. are as though quaking. The earth is reverberating by that sound. Tasya dharmartha vidusho bhavam ajnaya sarvashaha brahmana balamukhyascha पौरजानपदैः सह समेत्यते मन्त्रयितुं समतागत बुद्धयः ऊचुश्च मनसा ज्ञात्वा वृद्धं दशरथं नृपं तस्य धर्मार्थविदुषः भावम् आज्ञाय. So tasya means Dasharathasya, and this dharmarthavidushaha is an adjective to tasya. So tasya dharmarthavidushaha bhavam ajnaya. Bhavam means intention. Here you can say the intention that has been expressed outside also. Bhavam generally we say antarbhavam, that is there inside, inner thoughts. Bhavam generally also means inner thoughts. Here the thoughts have been expressed outside also. So tasya dharmarthavidushaha Dasharathasya bhavam Ajnaya. Ajnaya means Asamanta Jnaya. So very nicely they understood what is it that Dasharatha is saying, that they very nicely understood. Sarvashaha Ajnaya, everything completely, all the, what should I say, all the, what is the word, all the repercussions, consequences of that decision of Dasharatha, all that they know. Sarvashaha Ajnaya Brahmanaha. So all these people replied back to Dasharatha. So who all replied back? Brahmanaha Balamukhyascha Paura Janapadai Saha. So these Brahmanas, Balamukhyaha means they are, so those kings there. So those kings, I will tell you, maybe I will see and tell you what these people are telling. But I think Balamukhyaha means they are Mukhyas because of their Balam. So Balena Mukhyaha. So Rajanaha Ityarthaha, Balamukhyaha, Paura Janapadai Saha, not just the Brahmanas assembled there and the kings assembled there, but then also the Puravasis, that is those citizens, and then Janapadaha, those, so people from villages, forests and all of them have come to Ayodhya that day, all of them. So these Brahmanaha, Balamukhyaha, along with those Pauras and Janapadas, Paura Janapadai Saha, Sametya means together. So together te so te mantrayitum samagata buddhayah. So why did all of them come there? These brahmanaha, balamukhyaha, pauраjanapadaha, those people came there because so mantrayitum. So mantrayitum sametya samagata buddhayah. Those people who came there to deliberate upon, Dasharatha called that meeting so that some discussion can go on. And he also said, if you like this decision, you tell me, otherwise you give me some alternatives, all that. So these people have assembled there actually to deliberate upon whatever Dasharatha is going to say. Those people, so Uchuhu, these people together, so Brahmanas, Balamukhyas, along with the Paurajanapadas, all of them who have assembled there to deliberate upon what Dasharatha was going to say, because Dasharatha invited all of them, some important decision is going to be made. So Dasharatha is asking all of you to come. These people have assembled for that reason. Those people, Uchuhu. So Manasa Jnatva Uchuhu. Very important here. So Tikakaras will point out. So those people, so Mantrayitum Samagata Buddhayaha, those people who have assembled there to deliberate upon the decision, these people Manasa Jnatva, they have very nicely deliberated. Each one of them has Manasa Jnatva, within them they have deliberated, and with each other also they have deliberated, and then Vriddham Dasharatham Nrupam Uchuhu. After deliberation, they talk to each other, everybody unanimously agreed to the decision, and Vriddham Dasharatham Nrupam Uchuhu. They spoke the following words to that very elderly old king, Vriddham Dasharatham. So Vriddham, these people, so some of the commentators don't want to say Dasharatha is literally old. So Vriddham means Dhana Sampannam, something like that also they will say. Sometimes Vriddham will come and then some other adjective will come to Dasharatha to mean that he is long living. That shows Vriddha there you can explain. So Dhana Sampannam Dasharatham. If only Vriddham Dasharatham has come, then simply you can say that old Dasharatha to that old king Dasharatha. Vriddham and Nrupam Dasharatham Uchuhu. These people spoke the following words. So I have covered the words. Mantrayitva yukta yuktam vicharya dharmartha vidushaha swasya vardhake yuvaraja sthapanam dharmaha prajanam artha sadhanam chaiti janataha. So these mantrayitva, so sametya means sanyujya mantrayitva, these people uchuhu. So sametya, I told you they have all gathered together. So together they have gathered, and then mantrayitva means yukta yuktam vicharya Dharmartha Vidushaha, that also has come somewhere? No. So he is adding these things, Govindaraja. So Vicharya Dharmartha Vidushaha. Dharmartha Vidushaha is there in 19th shloka. So Dharmartha Vidushaha can mean Dharmartha Vidushaha Dasharathasya, or Dharmartha Vidushaha can mean these people also. So it can be Shashti and it can be plural also. So Vidwan like Vidushaha. So maybe something like that he is writing. Dharmartha Vidushaha Swasya. Oh no, Dharmartha Vidushaha Dasharathasya only. Swasya Vardhake Yuvaraja Sthapanam Dharmaha Prajanam Artha Sadhanam Cheti. Bhavam Vachanamula Tatparyam Sarvashaha Sarva Prakarena Desha Kala Ingit. That is all the consequences also they knew. Ajnaya means Asamanta Jnatva Samatam. So very important. This Ajnaya Mantrayitum Samagata Buddhayaha. That Samagata Buddhaya he is writing very nicely, Govindaraja. Samatam Samyang Gataha Buddhayo Yesham Te Tathoktaha Aikamatyam Praptaha. See, Manasa Jnatva Samagata Buddhayaha. So this Manasa Jnatva means individually first they thought within themselves whether how is this decision. Dasharatha has just announced that he wants to make Rama the Yuvaraja. Mentally they thought for themselves. That is Manasa Jnatva. And then Samagata Buddhayaha. So there Samagata Buddhayaha means their buddhis have attained Samyam. That is all of them. So after speaking to each other, they came to know that everybody is of the unanimous decision. That is the idea. So Samagata Buddhayaha means, I am reading out once again, Samatam Samyam Gataha Buddhayaha Yesham Te Tathoktaha. So Yesham Matayaha, Yesham Buddhayaha. So Samatangataha Te Samagata Buddhayaha. Those people whose thoughts have attained unanimity. Those people. Who are those people? Those Brahmanas, those Samantarajas, the citizens, the Paura, Janapada, all of them. They thought within themselves. Then lo and behold, when they spoke to each other, they were discovered that these people are also of the same thought. So they are very happy, and they spoke back to Dasharatha, that old king Dasharatha. They spoke back in the following words. Aneka Varshasahasro Vruddhastvamasi Parthiva Saramam Yuva Rajanam Abhishincha Swaparthivam. So hey Parthiva, hey King Dasharatha, Aneka Varshasahasro Vruddhaha Tvam. So Tvam Vruddhaha Asi, you are very old. We understand you have become old. How many years old? Aneka Varsha Sahasro Vruddhaha. So Aneka Varsha Sahasraha. That also, so Aneka Varsha Aneka Varsha. Aneka Varsha Sahasraha Dasharatha. Dasharatha is somebody who's endowed with many thousands of years. I told you according to the story, so 60,000 years old. I don't remember if in Balakanda it was literally said that Dasharatha is 60,000 years old. Maybe they said it, I don't know, or whether these Vyakyakaras are bringing out from some other Purana. But they say like that Dasharatha was 60,000 years old. Whatever that means, Aneka Varsha Sahasraha Vruddhaha Twamasi. Hey Parthiva, you are Vruddhaha, you are very old, and you are Aneka Varsha Sahasraha, you are somebody endowed with many thousands of years, you are that old. Or you can say Aneka Varsha Sahasraha Vruddhaha. So you are as old as so many thousands of years. So your age is so many thousands of years. That way also you can say. Both you can make two separate words or make one the adjective of the other. Sir Ramam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva Parthivam. So that Ramam Parthivam. Here Parthivam means so Parthivasya Putraha. That is Parthivaha here. So that is so Ram Parthivam means so he's still a prince only, but they are already calling him the king. That's the idea. Saha Ramam Parthivam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva. So hey Dasharatha, so you should definitely coronate Rama as the Yuvaraja. Saha Ramam, that Rama you have to coronate. So that Rama, that great Rama, whose qualities have been spoken about, we deliberated, they are also going to praise. Now Rama's same qualities. So you should one thing you should understand, the first two sargas, Valmiki described Rama's qualities, then Dasharatha thought about Rama's qualities. Now these kings also will say the same qualities. You will see almost the same, in fact what Dasharatha thought, the same thing, almost the same shlokas will come at the end of this sarga itself. That is in many ways, so it is Valmiki's way of saying Rama was such an ideal person, still he was unfortunately, unfairly banished to the forest. That is his build up to the story. That is one thing. And of course, as bhaktas, it is always an opportunity to deliberate upon Rama's qualities. So the more we listen to it, we should ideally get more inspired so that we implement them in life. So Smita Purva Bhibhashi, all that again it will come at the end of this sarga. So these people, Saha Rama, that Rama Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva. Saha Ramam Parthivam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva. So you coronate him as the Yuvaraja. Or Saha Ramam Yuvarajanam Parthivam Abhishinchasva, but that is not very right. So they are not asking him to make the king. Dasharatha also did not announce that he will make him the king. Dasharatha is saying he will make him the Yuvaraja only. Ramam Parthivam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva, you make him. So Yuvaraja Pattabhishekam you do. Now here there is a grammatical discussion. I am not going so much into it. It should not have been Abhishinchasva. That dhatu should have been Abhishincha. So hey Dasharatha, Tvam Abhishincha. Instead of saying Tvam Abhishinchasva, so Parasmai Padi would have been Abhishinchasva, I think. So I have to check. What is the shloka? 21st shloka. Yeah, Sangha Vidhe Nityadu Parasmai Pada Abhavaha. Yeah, Parasmai Padi should have been Abhishincha. This Abhishincha, that it should have been Abhishincha, but Valmiki wrote Abhishinchasva. So you should say perhaps because he is much older than what Paninian grammar that we know today. He is older than that, and those days the grammar rules allowed for it. Or one other way that Tikakaras are pointing out is Swaparthivam. Swaparthivam, so Swaramam, something like that, your son Rama. So that Swa you make as a separate word. So Saramam Yuvarajanam Abhishincha Swaparthivam. Your son, your own son, this Prince Rama, you so coronate as the king. But the more important point is all of them are first commenting on Abhishinchasva and then saying this grammatically it is a problem. So maybe you might want to do it that way. So it shows that even by the time of all these people, already Abhishinchasva was one word in the manuscripts that they all saw. So therefore, the more maybe the better way, because there are things like that in Valmiki's Ramayana. Some people point out and say grammatically this doesn't seem to be correct. Some people do PhD theses on such things also. So in Valmiki's Ramayana, whether Panini's grammar rules are followed or not. So in what is that in Adhyatma Ramayana? So I think Ramabhadracharya ji is a very famous scholar, great Mahatma also. So that Jagadguru Ramabhadracharya. So he did his thesis, that blind Swami, you must be knowing. So he did his thesis on Adhyatma Ramayana, I think, Vyakarana and Adhyatma Ramayana, if I remember, something like that. So they do theses like that. So I was telling Swamiji recently, so it will be a very nice thesis to do Shankara and Vyakarana Prayoga, and you will see Shankara follows Panini very nicely. And they say also that Shankara, his Bhashyam style was inspired by Mahabhashyam of Patanjali. Patanjali's Mahabhashyam on Panini Sutras, the style is very similar. So they say he's inspired by that Mahabhashyam, and then he wrote his own Bhashyams. So almost everywhere, he follows Panini's rules everywhere. Sometimes you might wonder that how come Shankara used such word. Then if you go and check, you might have forgotten the sutra and you think maybe it's not right, but actually if you go and check, it will be perfect. So he will give reasons also sometimes why it is like that. So very famously, so this Upanishad Artha, you must be knowing that Sad Shadalr is the dhatu. He says Visharana Gatyavasadhaneshu. Where did he know that coming from Paniniya Dhatu Patha, and he's writing all of them like that. Or everywhere sometimes he quotes the sutra also, and he gives the meaning and all that. Be that as it may, so here Valmiki belongs to a very old time, so you can take it that way. And Panini himself is of a much later time. He himself quotes previous Vyakaranis and say those Vyakaranaacharyas have said like this. Sometimes he quotes their names also. So Panini, I'm just giving you some extra information. Panini is somebody who values brevity like anything. So if he can save on Ardha Matra, so Ardhamatra means what? When you're saying Ramam, the last makara is Ardhamatra. So if he can save on Ardhamatra, he will save it. So there is a pratha also, there is a saying Ardhamatra Laghavena Putrotsavam Manyante Vayyakaranaha. These Vayyakaranis will be, so if they could save one Ardhamatra, if they can save, then they will consider it as though Putrotsava, son is born in the family, they will celebrate like that. But such Panini, sometimes he mentions the names of the previous Vayyakarana Acharya. So all the commentators say also, why did he mention? It is his way of paying respect to them. And then when he mentions the person's Acharya's name and then says this is what that Acharya has said, then that is Panini is saying that is not required, but that Acharya has said it. He's saying that is what Panini's intention is. So he's making it optional. These are all technical ways in which Panini speaks. If Panini is saying this is that Acharya's matam, that means he's saying it is optional. If you ask me, it is not required, but because that Mahatma has said, you can follow it optionally. That is his sense. So Panini himself came much later. Before him, there were many Acharyas. He quotes them also by name. When he quotes, it's even more. So sometimes, I don't know how to give an example. I know I'm diverting, but just for your information, sometimes that that karyam that he mentions, I am not able to remember the exact sutram. The karyam that he mentions through that sutra could have been avoided and then explained by some other sutra also. But still, that person's name is specifically mentioned. It shows, so Panini, who values brevity so much, he took that name of that Acharya, shows that he had great respect for that Acharya. Like that, they keep saying. My point is, Valmiki and Panini, you might not able to always kind of correlate. That's because Valmiki belonged to a much more ancient time than Panini himself. Be that as it may, Saramam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva, you can take, no problem. Abhishinchasva Parthivam. Now that is over. Ichhamohi Mahabahum Raghuviram Maha. Have we covered all the words? Aneka Varsha Sahasro Vruddhastvamasi Parthiva. Saramam Yuvarajanam Abhishinchasva Parthivam. Ichhamohi Mahabahum Raghuviram Mahabalam Gajena Mahatayantam Ramam Chhatra Vritananam. I told you Chhatra here is coming. On this 22nd shloka, Govindaraja is writing 1.5 columns of commentary just on this shloka. Each word, Ichhamaha, he will start with, and he's giving 10 meanings for all of them. He will give 5 meanings. Mahabahum, another 10 meanings. Raghuviram, 10 meanings. Mahabalam, 10 meanings. Like that, he has written so much. Obviously, I'm not going to go into all that. Some of them I will mention to you. Ichhamohi Mahabahum Raghuviram Mahabalam Gajena Mahatayantam Ramam Chhatra Vritananam. So this Rama, we also desire that he will be the king. That is what they are telling. Ichhamaha. See, they have all taught individually first Manasa, Jnatva, and then Samatagata Buddha. I said Samagata Buddhayaha. I think there it is Samatagata Buddhayaha. I stand corrected. Sametyate Mantraitum Samatagata Buddhayaha. Uchuscha Manasa Jnatva Vruddham Dasharatham Drupam. That is Samatagata Buddhayaha. That is, their buddhis have attained samata. their buddhis have attained unanimity. That's the idea. Samatagata buddhayah. Those people, so those samatagata buddhayah, now they are speaking. And how are they speaking? They are speaking in unison. Ichhamaha. So Ichhamaha means all of us desire. In one tone they are speaking, in one voice they are speaking, we say, So in one voice, what are they saying? Ichhamaha. We all desire this. What is that? This Mahabahum, Raghuviram, Mahabalam, Ramam, Gajena, Mahatayantam, Chhatravratananam. So Ichhamaha. This Rama, we all desire. That is, we all desire that he should be made the Yuvaraja. That is the idea. Mahabahum. Mahabahum means he who has long arms. So Raghuviram. Raghuviram means that prince, that Veera who is coming in the Raghu dynasty. Mahabalam. So that Rama who has great prowess. Gajena Mahatayantam Ramam. It seems Rama likes Rama's favorite vehicle. Some people like BMW and things like that. Rama likes Gaja. So elephant he likes a lot. So Gajena Mahata Yantam. Mahata Gajena Yantam Ramam. That Rama who rides a very great elephant. That Rama, we people desire Ichhamaha. Chhatravratananam. This Chhatravratananam also is a very beautiful prayoga. Why am I saying beautiful is, you can see these days also. So Chhatravratananam means his face is covered by umbrella. What is this? His face is covered by umbrella. Today also you can see when Jagat Gurus are going. So suppose the sun is this side, they will hold the umbrella against the face, If the sun is on top, they will hold it on top of the head. But if the sun is opposite, they will hold against the face. So sometimes these Rajas have seen that when Rama is coming, these people are holding the face against, umbrella against his face. That is Chhatravratananam. His face, Ananam means this part of the face, okay. So his face is covered by umbrella. That is, these people are protecting him from the sun. That Rama who comes by his face covered by an umbrella, that Rama who comes by riding on a mighty elephant, Mahata Gajena Yantam. Yantam means one who's moving about, coming also. So Ayantam also Yantam. That A has become, so has been, what should I say, eloped or lopa has happened. So Ayantam means going and coming also. Ayantam. Ayantam means coming, Yantam means going. So Mahabahum, Raghuviram, Mahabalam, Ramam, Ichhamaha. We all desire that he should be the prince for us. Now Ichhamaha, I don't even know if I have to start reading so many things he has written. Nanu rakshake mai vidyamane kimartham ramabhisheko apekshate ityashankayam nahi vayam rakshanartham tamapekshamahe kintu saundarya visheshanubhavarthamaha ichhamaha mahabahum raghuviram etc. So it seems Dasharatha got a doubt. I am already there as the king to protect you. Why are you people desiring Rama to come and protect you? So as though to reply that Shanka of Dasharatha, these people are saying, no, we desire Rama not to protect us. We desire to see such a beautiful person should be ruling over us. That is our desire, it seems. That's why Ichhamaha they are starting with. Now, so Ichhamaha iti bahuvachanena sarvesham ichha vaishamya bhavaha uktaha. So Ichhamaha bahuvachanam is used. That shows all of them are speaking in unanimity. Nobody has a dissenting opinion. Everybody unanimously saying we want Rama. Mahabahumiti ayatascha suvrittaschet yuktaritya sahaja bahu saundaryam. So Ichhamo Mahabahum. Mahabahum means long arms. Long arms means very beautiful arms. That's the idea. Now Ichhamaha, he is going on. Ichhamaha abhisheka pattabandhadi yuktataya sthitam drashtum Ichhamaha. Ichhamaha means we want to see Rama. So not just simply Rama coming like that. We want to see Rama so dress nicely along with all the pattabhisheka when in the context. So some bandhanam, all that they will do to him. He will wear a crown and he will wear some ornaments relating to the prince. We want to see Rama endowed with all those things. So much meaning is there in Ichhamaha. And then Ichhamatram asma. This is another very nicely he's writing one more comment. I'm not reading the lines, I'm telling you from what I remember. Of course, after seeing it, I'm not reading it, I'm just telling out of memory of reading that. So Ichhamat, so this is just our desire is such that ultimately you are the one who can fulfill this desire. So that is why Ichhamaha they are saying, we desire that Rama becomes the prince. Another meaning is we all desire Rama to be the prince, but we don't know what Bhagavan has desired. Ultimately, he will decide for himself what he wants, whether he wants to become the prince now or whether he wants to become the prince 14 years later, whether he wants to be the king 14 years later, that we will see. So that we can't say, but our desire is that he should be the king. Like that, Ichhamaha is going on, many more. So ichha, so there might be many vighnams, shreyamsi bahuvighnani. We don't know. That is our ichha is like this. We desire, but there might be vighna. We don't know. Based on that, it might happen or might not happen. That we leave to God. All those things are there. Um, like that he's telling Raghuveeram also, so he's the best. So all Raghu kings have many qualities, but Rama has many more qualities than all of them put together. That is Raghuveeram, Mahabahum, Mahabalam. Mahabalam means Nakevalam. So he's so Mahabalam. What is that extra power? So Balavan, every king is a Balavan. What is it that makes Rama Mahabalam? He has so much power that he can rule over not only Ayodhya, Mithila and these places, even Lanka he can go, defeat, conquer and rule that place also. So much Balam he has, it seems. So Mahabalam. All that Gajena Mahatayantam. So some commentator I think has written that he rides on this elephant called Shatrunjaya. So Shatrunjaya is the name of the, what should I say, the official royal elephant. You know, the official elephant of Dasharatha is called Shatrunjaya. So Rama rides on the Shatrunjaya and coming they are saying, but I don't think it is a correct way of putting, because Shatrunjaya elephant, even though Rama is the prince, Shatrunjaya elephant, only a king can sit on it, on that elephant. That's why later when in the what is it? So when this Rama finishes Vanavasa and comes back to Ayodhya, he's still not coronated as the king, you know. But then because Sugriva helped him so much, he makes Sugriva sit on that Shatrunjaya. Shatrunjaya is the royal elephant, the official elephant of the king, and the elephant that Dasharatha liked a lot also. So on that elephant, he makes Sugriva sit and come, because Sugriva is a king and he deserves that Shatrunjaya elephant ride, whereas Rama is the prince and he doesn't deserve it yet. So Rama, to the to the true letter also he follows. So some of it we will see in Aranyakanda and Kishkindha Kanda, all that. So to the letter also Rama follows that Vanavasam means Vanavasam only. So he doesn't even go to, that's why when he has to go and remind Sugriva that they have promised that they will search for Sita, but they will forget about all that, he will send Lakshmana also. He will not go himself to that palace of Sugriva. He will send Lakshmana instead. So all that to the letter he follows. Therefore, to say that Rama rides at Shatrunjaya elephant, I humbly feel it may not be correct, but some other elephant, great elephant, Rama rides. Some elephant, the princes also will have, you know. Mahata Gajena Yantam Ramam Ichhamaha. Ichhamaha has so much meaning. That is, so Medini itself is desiring that Rama, what to speak about us. That also is one meaning. It seems Medini desired all that he is writing. So during that Madhukaitabha Vadha, you know, they go and hide Prithvi or something like that is the story, right? Varaha story and all that. So it seems because of association with them, Prithvi acquired some gandha from them, you know, some smell of them Prithvi acquired, but now she wants to rid herself of that foul smell. Therefore she is desiring some, what should I say, association with Rama, so that, like he's writing all that Karpura Chandanadikamiva, like Karpura and Chandana, so just by association they will spread their smell everywhere, like that Prithvi also is desiring that just by Rama's association, that is, if Rama becomes the king, that foul smell I acquired during Varahavatara, Madhukaitava, that story, all of that. So that foul smell I can get rid of. So much he's writing. So I'm not going into all of that. Anyway, Ichha Mohi Mahabahum Raghuviram Mahabalam Gajena Mahatayantam Ramam Chhatra Vritananam Iti Tadvachanam Shrutva Raja Tesha Manah Priyam Ajananniva Jignasuhu Idam Vachanam Abravit. So Iti Tadvachanam Shrutva, having heard those words of those kings, this Dasharatha. So Tadvachanam means those. So Tadvachanam, he is using Tad. See here, Valmiki also very nicely. Tadvachanam he is telling. Tesham Vachanam he is not telling. Tadvachanam. So Tadvachanam means, so of that person's, so singular is being used by, of course, Samasa is there, but then Tadvachanam there shows that unanimously they have all declared. In that sense, Tadvachanam. So Jatyeka Vachanam this is. So together all of them have spoken, and Tadvachanam, that Vachanam I have heard, having heard this Dasharatha, Raja Dasharatha, Tesham Manahpriyam Vachanam Shrutva. So Tesham Tad Vachanam Shrutva, you can say, those people's that words he heard. That is one meaning. Tesham Tad Vachanam Shrutva, or Tad Vachanam, which is Tesham Manahpriyam Vachanam. Those words which are extremely dear to them. They were also very happy about Rama becoming the prince. So Manahpriyam could mean, so that which is extremely dear to the minds of those people. Tesham Manahpriyam, that is one meaning. Or if you say Tesham Tadvachanam Shrutva, that is those people's those words he heard, and manah priyam is for him. It is something that is pleasing to him also. They are also agreeing to his decision. Therefore, manah priyam. So what I am trying to say, tesham tadvachanam shrutva, and then manah priyam becomes adjective to vachanam, and for whom is it manah priyam? To Dasharatha. So tesham, of those people, tadvachanam, those words, shrutva, having heard, which is manah priyam for himself. That is one meaning. Or tadvachanam shrutva, having heard those words, tesham manah priyam tadvachanam shrutva, those words which are very dear to them also. That is also one meaning. And then having heard those words, what happened? This Dasharatha ajananniva jignasuhu. So he is now, he is acting as though he doesn't know why are they so happy. He knows they are happy because Rama is such a exceptional person. So Rama will be a very nice prince. So they are all, he knows that they are happy because of Rama's qualities, but he's acting as though he doesn't know. Ajanan iva jignasuhu. He's acting as though he doesn't know, therefore he wants to know. Sometimes when people ask, they act as though they don't know and ask, like that. Dasharatha, he's also happy. He's playing along and saying, Ajanan iva jignasuhu, this Dasharatha idam vachanam abravit. He spoke the following words. He's going to ask, why are you people very happy? Is it because I have done anything wrong? Something like that he's going to ask. Shrutvaitat vachanam yanme raghavam patimichhata rajanas samshayoyam me tadidam bruta tattvataha. So Shrutvaitat vachanam, having heard these words, etad vachanam shrutva, so yanme ayam samshayaha. So this doubt has been there. So what is that vachanam they have heard? Raghavam patimichhata. Raghavam patimichhata iti tadvachanam shrutva. So those words that you people are desiring Rama as the pati or the prince here, those words having heard, I get this doubt. Yanme samshayam, yanme ayam samshayaha, the doubt that I have. Tadidam tattvataha bruta, he rajanaha, he kings. So that doubt you people clear now. Bruta means you speak, that is you tell me, you clarify this doubt that I have. Tattvataha bruta, please be honest and tell me what makes you very happy, excited. So Raghavam patimichhata tadvachanam shrutva. Yanme manasi, you can add yanme manasi ayam samshayaha tadidam tattvataha bruta, he rajanaha, he kings. After hearing these words of yours that you want Rama to be the king, your king or your prince, having heard these words, I get this doubt, and please honestly, O kings, clarify this doubt that I am having. Kathannu mai dharmena prithivim anushasati bhavanto drashtumicchanti yuvarajam mahabalam. So mai dharmena prithivim anushasati sati. So this is called sati saptami, anushasati. That sati is not related to sati saptami. Anushasati is one word. Sati means this being the case. It being the case that I have been ruling this Prithvi by dharma. So dharmena prithivim anushasati sati. That sati means this being the case. It being the case that I have been ruling. Anushasati means, so while I have been ruling, it being the case that I have been ruling this earth following dharma. Kathannu bhavantaha yuvarajam mahabalam ramam drashtumichanti. So what is it that makes you people excited that you want Rama instead as the Yuvaraja and not me? So Dasharatha is playing along. It's not that he doesn't know or he doesn't like their decision. In fact, that is what he also wants, right? But he's playing along, and it is his dharma also to ask. So why also, I think these commentators are writing somewhere here or maybe subsequent shlokas, I'm telling you now itself, that is he's asking in the sense that, are you saying it just because I asked? Are you saying it out of fear that I am the Chakravarti, therefore my desire has to be fulfilled? Or are you saying, okay, he's going to say something, let us just agree? Or are you wholeheartedly saying? So that is his intention in asking all these things. Kathannu mai dharmena prithivim anushasati. How is it that while I have been ruling this Prithvi with dharma, bhavantaha, you people, Yuvarajam Mahabalam Drashtumichanti. That Mahabalam means Ramam. That Ramam Mahabalam Yuvarajam Drashtumichanti. Kathannu, how is it? So that is, have I transgressed dharma anywhere in all my life? That is his intention also. Kathannu mai dharmena prithivim anushasati bhavanto drashtumichanti Yuvarajam Mahabalam tetamuchur mahatmanah paurajana padais saha bhavon rupa kalyana gunas santi sutasyate. So te tam uchuhu, te, those rajanaha, tam Dasharatham uchuhu, they spoke. So those kings spoke back in reply to Dasharatha. So Mahatmanaha, those Mahatmanaha Raja. So those very great Rajas, Paura Janapadai Saha, not just them, but all of them in unison. The citizens, Paura Janapadas, all of them, along with them, these people, Uchuhu, that they replied back to Dasharatha. What did they say? Bahavon Nripa Kalyana Guna Santi Sutasyate. So he Dasharatha, so he Nripa, he king, so te Sutasya Bahavo Kalyana Guna Santi. Your son, so in your son, so many Kalyana Gunas, many auspicious Gunas are there in your son, hey king, Dasharatha, hey Nripa. So here is where Govinda Raja says, so why are they saying Nripa, hey Nripa, why are they addressing? Because they are intending to say that Dasharatha, you are a great person, you are very dharmic, but you had the qualities that a king had to have. That's why hey Nripa. But then Rama has Bahavo Kalyana Gunaha, not just the qualities that a king should have, but then other Kalyana Gunas also. That is, he is Ishvara and all that. In that sense, you can say, or you can say he has much more, he's more humble and all those. Many Kalyana Gunas are there. So Smita Purva Bhibhashi, all that we saw, So Bahavo Kalyana Gunaha te Sutasya Santi. Many qualities your son has. He Nripa, he Dasharatha. Gunan Gunavato Deva Deva Kalpasya Dhimataha. प्रियान आनंदनान कृत्स्नान प्रवक्ष्यामोद्यतान शृणु. They are saying, Dasharatha, you might not know what qualities your son has, so we will speak. Pravakshyamaha, so we will speak now. Adya pravakshyamaha, now we are going to speak about your son's qualities. Tan shrunu. Tan shrunu in Sandhi has become Tan shrunu. Tan shrunu. Those qualities, pravakshyamaha, adya, we will now enumerate for you, and tan shrunu, you listen to them. So gunan gunavataha, hey deva means hey Dasharatha, hey. So hey deva, hey Lord Dasharatha, that is their king, the king they are referring to as deva, hey Dasharatha. So devakalpasya dhimataha gunavataha ramasya gunan pakshyamaha. So devakalpasya gunavataha means he who is endowed with gunas. So gunavan, that is gunavan's shashti becomes gunavataha. So gunavataha ramasya, Rama who is a gunavan, his, and then Rama who is a dhiman. Dhimataha is also shashti. So Rama who is a dhiman, that is buddhiman. Rama who is a gunavan, and Rama who's Devakalpa, Rama who's equal to God. So almost godly he is. I told you Kalpa Pratyaya is used in, so Isha Rasamapte. So in almost he is like that. Little less, but almost he is like a Deva. Such kind of Rama's qualities. That apostrophe S is coming, that is coming from Shashti Vibhakti. Otherwise everything is Prathama. So Dhiman, Devakalpaha, Gunavataha, Gunavan, Ramaha, Tasya Gunan Vakshyamaha. So his gunas we will speak. That apostrophe S is Shashti Vibhakti. In English we write apostrophe S. In Sanskrit they add Shashti Vibhakti. So Devakalpasya Dhimataha Gunavataha Ramasya Gunan Adya Pravakshyamaha Prakrishtena Vakshyamaha. Very clearly, you might also not know perhaps that Rama has so many qualities. We will tell you Tan Shruno very nicely. You please listen. And what kind of gunas they are? Priyan, they are very so dear, endearing gunas. They are Anandanan. Anandanan means Ananda Janakan. So they cause happiness. So somebody sees these gunas in Rama, they will be very happy. Oh, such a what should I say? Such a nice person Rama is. They feel like that. So they feel happy on seeing Rama like that. Priyan, Anandanan, Kritsnan. So Kritsnan is, so you might have missed out one or two. We will tell you entirely. So Kartsnya means complete, in a completeness. So Kritsnan means complete gunas. So all the gunas, Anandanan, happiness inducing gunas, Priyan gunan, that is so that which is endearing such gunas. So Priyan, Anandanan, Kritsnan gunan Pravakshyamaha, we will speak. Whose gunas? Dhimataha, Devakalpasya, Gunavataha, Ramasya, Gunan, Kritsnan Gunan. So we will speak now. You please listen to us. Hey Deva, so hey Dasharatha, Tan Shrunu, Divyer Gunai Shakrasamo, Rama Satyaparakramaha, Ikshvakubhyopi Sarvebhyo Hyatirikto Vishampate. So Vishampate means Prajanam Pate. So that is, hey hey lord of the citizens, that is hey king Dasharatha. So divyaihi gunaihi shakrasamo Ramaha. So this Rama who's endowed with various gunas, divyaihi gunaihi shakrasamaha Ramaha. So he is like Indra. Rama is equal to Indra because of the various gunas that he is having. And then Satyaparakramaha. Satyaparakramaha means Rama's prowess has no exception. That is the meaning. Satyaparakramaha means he always wins in a battle. That's the idea. Satyaparakramaha ikshvakubhyopi sarvebhyaha hyatiriktaha. Hi atiriktaha. So sarvebhyo ikshvakubhyopi atiriktaha Ramaha. So this Rama is atiriktaha means vilakshanaha. He is completely different from all the Ikshvaku kings put together. Sarvebhyo ikshvakubhyopi atiriktaha. That is atiriktaha means vilakshanaha. So what is that vilakshanyam? These are all human beings. He is an avatara purusha, something like that you can say. Or you can say each of those Ikshvaku kings was known for one quality each, but this Rama is somebody who is known for all qualities put together in one person. That is all that atiriktaha. So atirikta, I told you long back, satyam vada dharmam chara, when I said. So there, then if you say like that, is satyam dharma or not? Such kind of a doubt will come. If you remember, I told some mimamsa things there. That's why here also atirik ikshvakubhyopi atiriktaha. That atirikta you should not say. Ikshvakus were all dharmikas and Rama is atirikta from them. That is, Rama is not a dharmika. That would be the meaning. Obviously, that's not intended. Therefore, atiriktaha, you make the sense of vilakshana. He is different. So some more qualities he has. That is the difference. Or the difference is that he is divine, whereas those people were mere mortal. Something like that. So ikshvakubhyopi sarvebhyo ikshvakubhyaha api Ramaha atiriktaha. He Vishampate, he prajanam pate Dasharatha. Something Rama is exceptional. Then so there will be some old people also in the kingdom, who must have seen. Must have seen Aja Maharaja, Dasharatha, all of them, 2-3 generations they must have seen. And maybe they are saying, we heard about them also, their gunas, but something about Rama is really exceptional, much different from all your predecessors put together. Divyair gunai shakrasamo Rama satyaparakramaha. So why is he famous? Divyaihi gunaihi. Rama is famous for his gunas. That is very important. Of course, he was beautiful, handsome, all that is there. But what attracts people really is his gunas. Divyaihi gunaihi shakrasamo Rama satyaparakramaha ikshvakubhyopi sarvebhyo hyatirikto vishampate. Now they are starting to enumerate all those gunas. Rama satpurusho loke satyaparayanah sakshad ramad vinirvrutto dharmaschapi shriyasaha. So Ramaha satpurushaha. Loke, Rama alone is the satpurusha. Loke satpurushaha. Rama is the only one, what should I say, Mahatma Satpurusha in this world. And then he is the embodiment of truth. Satyaha, he is Satyaparayanaha. He is ever intent upon speaking the truth. He is so, I told you, his inclination is always towards the truth. Satyaparayanaha. So Sakshad Ramat Dharmaha Shriya Chapi Dharmaha. Shriya Saha Dharmaha Sakshad Ramat Vinirvrittaha. That is through Rama alone. So this is in many ways, this second half is also explained here. Through Rama alone can Dharma and Artha. Here Shri you should take as Artha. Of the two Purusharthas, Dharma and Artha. So Shriya Saha Dharmaha, that is Dharma along with Artha. So Shriya Saha Dharmaha Sakshad Ramad Vinirvrittaha. So Rama alone is the one person who can accomplish Dharma and Artha together. That is one meaning. Or it is from Rama alone that Dharma and Artha are, the phalam for Dharma and Artha we get from Rama only. That is, so he knows how to manage the affairs of the kingdom very dharmically, and also in the sense that the treasury, all that also he can nicely maintain. That is one meaning. Sakshad Ramat Shriya Saha Dharmaha api Nivrittaha. Nivrittaha also means he has nicely been, following them and all that. So we will see some of that. Tilagakara is telling Pratisthapitaha. Nivrittaha means Pratisthapitaha. That is, he has established them very nicely. How has he established them? So Swanushtanena, by him implementing in his own life Artha and Dharma Purusharthas very nicely, as though Dharma and Artha Purusharthas got some meaning in life. In people's life, people understood what is Dharma and Artha only by looking at Rama's conduct, etc. That is one meaning. So kincha dharma shriya tat phalabhutaya sampada saha. So here dharma and shri means here that wealth, but then the sampada, that is out of shri. So tat phalabhutaya sampada saha ramat sakshat अव्यवधानेन निवृत्तः निष्पन्नः धर्मार्थयोः इतर निरपेक्षतया निर्वाहकः इत्यर्थः. That is, Rama is the one who follows dharma and artha so completely, and that's why those things become meaningful. That is one meaning. Or yeah, so almost that is what they are saying. So those get some meaning in life. Dharma and artha become defined in life by the conduct of Rama, something like that. Or another meaning is from him. Prapakaha, he's telling. I think somebody is saying Prapakaha. So Nirvahakaha, and that is, he's the one who's kind of granting these dharma and artha. That also you can say they are born from him. Dharma and artha are born from Sakshad Rama, only from Rama directly. Sakshad means avyavadhanena. That is, you need not bring in any other factor in between. From him only we are getting these things. Satpurushaha, Govindaraja is nicely saying, Ripunamapi Vatsalaha. So Rama is Satpurusha. What is that Satpurushatvam? Even to enemies, he is very daring. So even to enemies, he talks very nicely, this Rama. Satyadharma veva parayanam paramagatir yasya sad satyadharma parayanaha satyadharmaika nirataha. Satyadharma parayanaha. Parayanam means so sa kashta sa paragatihi. Something like it's the only goal that Rama has in life is Satya. So Satya and Dharma together, you have to put his telling. So yes, Rama Satpurusho Loke Satya Satyaparayanah Sakshad Ramad Vinirvritto Dharmaschapi Shriyasaha Praja Sukhatve Chandrasya Vasudhayaha Kshama Gunaihi Buddhya Brihaspate Stulyo Virye Sakshat Chachipate. This also we have seen. So Rama is equal to, in Buddhi he is equal to Brihaspati, in Bala he is equal to Shakra, all that. So in Praja Sukhatve, that is in Praja Sukha Karatve, that is in making people happy, he is like Chandra. As soon as you see Chandra these days, I don't know, in Hyderabad at least it is appearing, moon is appearing bigger than usual. Maybe it's seasonal or something like that. So the last Paurnami, if you noticed, and even these days, so we are heading towards Amavasya. So some moon is becoming looking bigger. So that moon is looking like moon looks very dear. Rama is also like that. So as soon as you see the moon, there is some sukha that is generated in the mind. Oh, beautiful moon and all that. Especially in summer time, if you see moon, then it's kind of relief also for us. So praja sukhatve, that is in causing happiness to people, Rama is equal to Chandra. So Chandrasya tulyaha. The tulyaha is there in the second line. You have to add that for each of them. Praja sukhatve Chandrasya tulyaha. Kshama gunaihi vasudhayaha tulyaha. So by kshama guna, so kshama means here, you know, that patience, that endurance. So Prithvi, they say we are kicking it and walking on it, still this Prithvi very patiently bears all of it, you know. Therefore Vasudhayaha Tulyaha. So in endurance, Rama is equal to Vasudha Prithvi. Then Buddhya Brihaspate Tulyaha. In Buddhi, he is equal to Brihaspati. And then Virye Sakshat Chachipatehe Tulyaha. In Virya, who else can you compare with? Sakshat Shachipatehe Tulyaha. So he is like Indra himself in Virya. Now here commentators, some of them are saying, so why so the what was the need, you know, Valmiki, for one quality is pointing to Chandra, one quality to Prithvi, one quality to Brihaspati, one quality to Indra. That is because so Valmiki found no other person in which all qualities are there. Rama is the only person in whom all the qualities are there. But for one quality, you can show different people. All those qualities together in one person is there only in Rama. You see, this is what he asked also, you know, Valmiki asked, Konvasmin Sampratam Loke Gunavan Kashya Viryavan. There we saw there, his intention was to ask that these, so what is the shloka there? I forgot. So there should be one person endowed with all these 16 qualities. That is what Valmiki is also relishing. After Narada told the story, he is writing it, you know. So he is also relishing, aha, this is the Rama that I asked about. This Rama is also like that. So this quality might be there exceptionally in one person. Another quality might be exceptionally there in another person. But all those exceptional qualities are there in Rama. In single Rama, all these qualities are there. To show that he is telling, so Praja Sukhatve Chandrasya Tulyaha. then Kshama Gunaihi Vasudhayaha Tulyaha, Buddhya Brihaspate Tulyaha, Sakshat Virye Shachipate Tulyaha. So in prowess he is equal to Indraja. धर्मज्ञ सत्यसंधश्च शीलवान अनसूयकः शीलवान अनसूयकः शान्तः सान्त्वयिता श्लक्ष्णः कृतज्ञो विजितेन्द्रियः धर्मज्ञः he knows dharma. So laukika dharma, vaidika dharma, both of them, samanya dharma, vishesha dharma, all that they are writing, he knows all of that. Then satyasandhaha means so satya pratignaha, that is the idea. So his if he has taken some sankalpa, some resolve, it will be, he will achieve it. He will not relax till he has achieved his pratignya. Then Shilavan means good conduct. He is endowed with good conduct. Anasuyakaha is coming here. Next shloka also Anasuyakaha is coming. So next shloka I don't know if today I will do or tomorrow I will do. Maybe I will do today itself. But now itself I am explaining. Anasuyakaha is coming twice, and these people are only telling Anasuyakaha. So one, you can explain, Rama does not have any asuya towards other people's wealth. That is, Rama has no jealousy or ill will towards others. In the other Anasuyakaha, you can say Rama is Anasuyakaha. That is, Rama is not the object of another person's jealousy also. So Rama is not the subject of this act called jealousy. Neither is he the object of the act called jealousy. Because people might think, so only Rama can have, we cannot even have. So it's even vain to expect that we can have it. Therefore, there is no jealousy. When will jealousy come? A new thing that you also deserve the thing, right? So you deserve it, but you are not having it. Then you will say, oh, I should have it, that jealousy will come. But these people know very well all these gunas that are there in Rama, we cannot have appa, only Rama can have. There is no point in even feeling envious. Therefore, Rama is not the subject of jealousy also. And Rama is a very, what should I say, content person. So he is not having any jealousy or ill will or envy towards others. When they are happy, he is happy. So that is how he is. If they are having something, Rama is happy. Oh, they are enjoying life nicely. It is all very nice. So Shilavan, Anasuyakaha, Shantaha. Shantaha is very composed. Santvaita, very important. I don't know how I pronounced it when I was reading the shloka. Santvaita means he knows how to. So he is Shantaha and he is Santvaita also. This is something like in Lalita Sahasranam, you know. So what is that? Nishkrodha, Krodha Shamani, Nirlobha, Lobhanashini, Nisamshaya, Samshayagni, Nirbhava, Bhavanashini, Nirvikalpa, Nirabadha, Nirbheda, Bhedanashi, Nirnasha, Muktimathani. So Nishkriya, Nishparigraha, like that set of namas will come. So she is Nishkrodha, she is Krodha Shamani. She does not have any Krodha and she removes people's Krodha also. She does not have any lobha, she removes people's lobha also. Like that, Rama is Shantaha. He is at peace, and then Santvaita also. He is somebody who gives other people peace. So he is always nice, peaceful he is, and if somebody with restlessness comes to him, Rama knows how to make him also peaceful. So Shantaha, Santvaita. Very nicely, this reference to Lalita Sahasranama, just now it struck to me by Rama's grace. So I told you, Shantaha, Santvaita. He is Shantaha himself, and therefore he is Santvaita. That is also very important. Only a peaceful person can give you also peace. You know, if he is himself restless and then you go to him with your problem, what will he give you? He will add his restlessness to your restlessness. Shantaha, Santvaita. Shlakshnaha. Shlakshnaha means, I think, Shlakshnaha means an endearing person. Priyavachanaha, he is telling. So Shlakshnaha means, so his words are sweet. So his words are priya. That way you can say Shlakshnaha. Kritajnaha, very thankful person. Vijitendriyaha, so he has control over his indriyas, etc. Mruduscha sthirachittascha. We will do this one shloka and finish. So Mruduscha sthirachittascha sada bhavyo nasuyakaha priyavadi cha bhutanam satyavadi cha raghavaha. So Mruduhu means he is very, so physically also Mardhavam, you can say, very, you know, Mruduhu is very, what's the English word? Very delicate or something like that. So physically he is very soft and all that. So Mruduhu, or by nature also you can say he is Mruduhu. Rama himself, I have quoted this before also, he will say, Rama himself will say once or twice to Lakshmana, so Mrudurhi paribhuyate, I have been always very soft natured in life and that's why people have taken advantage of me, he is going to say. So that is Mruduhu. There you can say his nature is soft natured, or you can say physically also he is very, you know, though he is a great Veera, still his body is tender hearted. Mruduhu, yeah, we can say that. And then physically also he is tender, you can say. So mruduhu sthirachittaha. Sthirachittaha, his mind is not wavering. Some people I have seen, sometimes I am also like that. You start thinking on something, but no, but what about that? Okay, then you will decide on that. But no, if I decide like this, what will happen to that? So such kind of, so what should I say? Asthirata in the thoughts is not there. You will nicely deliberate and come to one conclusion. Having come to the conclusion, there is no looking back again on that. So there is no what is that wavering mind. He does not have sthirachittaha. He is, and then sada bhavyaha. Bhavyam means auspiciousness. So in Tamil also we say romba bhavyama irukku. That means very nice or very beautiful. In that sense they say maybe, but bhavya means auspicious. So what are they writing? Bhavya, bhavyo drishyaha Tilakakara is writing, but bhavyaha kushalaha Govindaraja is telling. Bhavyaha Mangala also, I think Shiromani Kara somebody has written like that. So Bhavyaha Kushalaha you can take. So he's an so Govindaraja is telling Bhavyaha Kushalaha Ashritadhinova. So Kushalaha you can take, he's an expert. Rama is Bhavya, that is he's an Sada Bhavyaha, always an expert. This Sada you can put for everything. Sada Mruduhu, Sada Sthirachittaha, Sada Bhavyaha, Sada Anasuyakaha. So I told you Anasuyaka has come here. So one of these, so either of them you can put. One of this is that Rama does not have Asuya. The other Anasuyakaha you can explain, Rama is not the object of anybody's Asuya either. Sada Priyavadi, always speaks very pleasingly. And then Bhutanam Priyavadi, Govindaraja says here and later also. So later one very beautiful shloka comes. So 48th shloka there also. So here Bhutanam he is telling, in that 48th shloka he is telling Manushyana. That shows that without any exception, not that, so Rama is Priyavadi not just to people, his mother, father, etc., not just within the Antahpura, not just within the city, not just within his kingdom, but to everybody, everywhere he is Priyavadi. So that is the meaning of Bhutanam. Bhutanam actually means to even any living creature, he is very sweet and very sweet talking and all that. Bhutanam Priyavadi. And then Bhutanam Satyavadi cha Raghavaha, this Raghava Rama. So one who's coming in the Raghu dynasty, that is Raghavaha. Satyavadi, he always speaks the truth. Mruduscha sthirachittascha sada bhavyo nasuyakaha priyavadi cha bhutanam satyavadi cha Raghavaha. So I have to once again I am correcting myself. 28th shloka I pronounced it wrongly. Okay, it's a very beautiful word, but I have kind of wrongly pronounced. So even that pronunciation gives the same meaning. Sametyate mantrayitum samatagata buddhayaha Uchushcha manasagnyatva vruddham dasharatham nrupam. That is 20th. Now we have finished up to 32nd. Mrudushcha sthirachittascha sada bhavyo nasuyakaha priyavadi cha bhutanam satyavadi cha raghavaha. So if you see from later 47 shlokas and from 47 onwards, exactly what Dasharatha said, these people are also saying the same qualities and all. We will stop here and then we will meet next week. Om yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam tatra tatra Mastakaanjalim Bashpavaari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tatsat. Shri Ramarpanamastu. So if you have anything to ask.